citizen of this world, and they're also a citizen of the Black nation, a citizen of Africa, a citizen of West Africa. Today, uh, it seems like the world has been deaf and dumb, you know, not to hear the cry of the Palestinians, the cry of the Palestine people, because we decide not to hear the cry of the Palestinian people. Palestinian people must be given a voice, especially in the Western Europe, and in the whole world wide. Because what is happening is Palestine, in Gaza Strife, in Gaza City, is beyond what we call genocide. It's even more than genocide. You see, the Europeans have always defined genocide according to what they believe in as genocide, not is what really happened. The reality is the Palestinians, they are now being erased in the surface of this earth. And I believe every human being with heart, every human being with brain, we stand today with the Palestinian. Because, take for example yourself, your family have been erased in the surface of this earth. What will you do? What will you expect your neighbors to do? What will you expect your brothers and sisters to do with you? Should they stand with you, or should they leave you in your mess? Today we can see the herd is being bombed out of Palestinians. Palestinian children are being killed day in and day out. Their land are being seized from them day in and day out without any cry from the international community. Because we, human beings, if something is not affecting us, then we believe it's not harsh enough. What the Palestinians are going through today, we need to give them a voice so that the whole world know what is going on in Palestine. The whole world should know what is going on in Gaza, because this is something no human being can bear any longer. We see children being killed. We see hospitals. We see humanitarian shelters be bombed to ashes, leaving human beings dead. Dead for no reason, because what Netanyahu and the Israeli armies are doing in Gaza Stripe or in Gaza Strip is more than genocide. I think the world need to know this, and the world need to call it what is it. This is the erasing of the Palestinian people from this surface of this earth, and we should not allow that to happen in any means. South Africa is trying its best because they know from the first hand. They know from the first hand how the colonial power was also trying to erase the black people from earth from South Africa. I believe this has nothing to do with religion, because most of African brothers and sisters are so blind from religion to understand the meaning of religion, the meaning of genocide. Some of you will come out to support Israel for what they are doing today. Do you want Israel to do the same to you? Just answer me, because what we know today as Israel is not the Israel everybody knows in the ancient days. The Palestinian people need a voice, and we have to give them that voice, because we were also dealt with in the same way. I can remember my ancient city that was robbed of nationality today. And we should stand for the truth, not because what we believe should be truth, but the truth. We should stand with the truth. The truth is today that the Palestinians, they are being erased from the surface of this earth. the Austrian government, the German government, the Swiss government, the Swedish government, the Denmark, all these countries are standing with Israel, supplying them ammunition. That means they are also complicit. We should say it as it is. They are complicit. They are also part of this genocide, committing this genocide. Without their support, I don't think Israel would go far as they are going today. I am not an enemy to Israel or a friend to Palestinians, but the truth must be told as the world is today in the city of Gaza, in the occupied territory. It's called occupied. It's not the land of Israel. Let's put it straight. I don't support any violence, and I don't appreciate any violence against anyone or against anybody. But what is going on in Palestine today is we cannot tolerate it, and we shouldn't tolerate it any longer. We have to send a strong message to Israel to make sure they understand the length they have gone, and that length is irreversible. People who lost their life just because you want to take action against few people. You are destroying millions just because of few people. Israel have to do something. The Israeli citizens, they have to do away with the government of Netanyahu because it's a stain on the world map. Why? Why killing hundreds of people because you want to build a port in Gaza City? Because you want to build a seaport in Gaza City? Why are you not killing people? Then you are saying because some Palestinians abducted some Israelis, then you have to erase the whole Palestinians from the surface of earth. We have seen the killings from the settlers of the Palestinian people that has been taking up more than 20 years, and nobody is talking about that. Nobody talk about when Israel come with bulldozers to bulldoze a whole city or a whole community. Nobody will talk about it because they feel the Palestinians are not human beings. The Palestinians has to defend themselves because nobody defended them. Then they come to this action of kidnapping. And now the world is hearing them. They hear their cry, but nobody is listening to their cry. Nobody is listening to their cry. Country like Germany today, who is supporting genocide. We always come to somewhere like Africa to teach Africa, oh, you are doing this, it's against human rights. The human right is a definition of the Western world. It's what they call human right, that is human right. The human right is not, the Africans, the Palestinians, and other people are not included in this human right. What they know as human is only their own people. When they are doing things to Africa that shouldn't be done to any human being, everyone will keep mute. But it's time to start standing up against all this odds, against all this nuisance, against all this genocide. Let us be calling it what it is, like it or not. If you like Facebook, you delete this broadcast, it's your problem. But I have said what I want to say, and you like it or not, I'm going to spread this message. War against genocide, war against occupying, war against anybody that's taking something that doesn't belong to him. Palestine should have its own country. It is their own right to have their own country. It is Israel's right to have their own country, to also live in peace. It is the right of the Palestinians to live in peace, not to be killed every day from the settlers. People who come in to settle down in their land just because you have weapons and all that. The Palestinian people that are in Israeli jail, they're up to about 20,000 record. The unrecorded It's almost going to the same. And from these 20,000, I can tell you more than 15,000 are youth. Are youth under 20 years. Most of them were arrested when they were 11 years. Most of them were arrested when they were 10 years. And the Western government, they will keep mute. They will not say anything. They will say something when Palestinians pick a gun to defend themselves. We need to stand up against all these abuses, against all this unequal treatment. We need to stand against these people because that is the only way. I'm not calling for any violence, but we should raise our voice, do exactly what I'm doing today, because I'm not allowed in the street of Austria to demonstrate for the Palestinian people. This is the only means I can do that, because Palestinians are also human beings. They feel pains. They have brothers, they have sisters, they have mothers, they have children. They have everything to be like a human being. Why should we then give the peace they are demanding for? Why should we give them the human rights they are demanding for? Why must we erase them from the surface of this earth? I believe we should stop. We should stop Israel and the Netanyahu government from going the direction they are going. The port that is going to be constructed in Gaza, they can do that without erasing the Palestinians from the surface of this earth. We all came to this earth and we are still living this earth, living the whole nations, living the whole world. No one will live forever. Please stop the Israelis from erasing the Palestinians from the surface of this earth. Stop the government of Netanyahu from erasing the Palestinians from the surface of this earth. And stop their supporters as well. Because it's the time have come. The world has to raise their voice against any atrocity, against any genocide, no matter who that person is. No matter who that country is. It is our duty and it is our right. And I'm taking this right today. And I'm saying this as a duty, my duty today, to come up to life, to say what we have been seeing on television. The media in the Western countries are being controlled, are being censored. You see, the whole media of the Western Europeans are being censored not to show pictures or videos from Gaza or from Palestine, because they know exactly when all these videos and pictures arrive in Western Europe, their citizens are not going to be taking it lightly, because these are the taxpayers who is paying the tax and the ammunition that are being donated to the Israeli today to start killing Palestinians. I think we, the citizens of the European country, have to be standing up to start questioning the position of our own government. Let us start questioning the position of our own government, because the Palestinians are also human beings like me and you. No government and no human being has the right to erase them from the surface of this earth. Most people believe that the Palestinians are all Muslims. No, it's not ever. And most people also believe that the Palestinians are all white. No, or Arabs. No. We have black Palestinians. Then we have who look like the Arabs. And all Palestinians are not Muslim. At least about 20% of the Palestinians are Christians. And they deserve to be alive. The remaining population who are also Muslim, they deserve to be alive. No one has the right to erase the other person from the surface of this earth. The Europeans make laws to protect themselves from all this. The Americans make the laws to protect themselves from all these atrocities. But they allow this law to be taking place in other areas like Gaza. We have seen the Yemen, what the Americans did in Yemen, along with Saudi Arabia. Then now Gaza. The next thing is Africa. We need to stand up against all these atrocities, against all this genocide. Let's be calling it what it is. It is a genocide, and it should remain a genocide. Nobody can change that, because what we are seeing in Gaza today, yesterday, and day before yesterday, I don't think there's no European country who can take this horror. Stand up against all this. Stand up against genocide, against the Palestinian people, against erasing the Palestinian people from the surface of this earth. So that is all I have to say for now. So thank you very much. I'm going to be coming up time after time to talk about this issue, because Palestinians are human beings like you and me. The United Nations, the puppet of the Americans, of the Europeans, of the Chinese, of the Russians, cannot reach a decision. Even though they have reached a decision, nobody will implement that decision. So who is going to stand up for the Palestinians if we, the ordinary citizen, the ordinary human being, cannot stand up for the Palestinians? It is time to reform the restructure United Nations. That every nation in this world have their voice, have their veto right, have the same right as the Americans, has the same right as the Chinese, has the same rights as the Russians, as the Europeans in the United Nations. To make sure that the United Nations is really a united nation, not a united nation that invoke power in some certain set of countries or some certain set of people. And that should not be allowed to be taking place any longer. Africa, all African countries deserve a permanent seat in United Nations. Likewise, the North Africans, the South Africans, the South Americans, the Caribbeans, because all we have been seeing is the United Nations failing the people they are supposed to protect with what we call United Nations. But today we cannot see that. United Nations is now playing the role of bringing humanitarian relief to other people instead of promoting peace and order. Because if there's peace in those areas, there's no need for humanitarian supply. And there's no need for humanitarian or refugees. It is because we create this avenue that all this is taking place. The time to revolutionize the world, we should do that. We shouldn't be serving the interest of subsetting countries. We should be a United Nation, as we call it. Otherwise, it has no meaning. So, cry Palestine, cry Gaza, cry the whole world, so that everyone know and everyone hear the voice of the Palestinian. So, thank you very much. Bye-bye. Cry, cry, Palestinian, cry, cry, Gaza. Cry, cry, Palestinian, cry, cry, Gaza. Raise your voice for the Gaza people. Raise your voice for the Palestinian people. So that the world hear their story, so that the world hear the genocide story. Thank you.